Hello, everyone. Just a quick audio test here, just a very brief audio test as we get set for Saturday hockey here on Zaleski Sports. SPASH and Notre Dame going head-to-head. Puck drop at 1 o'clock. And a good afternoon, hockey fans. We welcome you to KB Willett Ice Arena here in Stevens Point for some Saturday non-conference hockey here on Zaleski Sports. My name is Mike Willett, McKenna Lisinski on the production side of things this afternoon, and as well as tonight when we head to the SPASH Fieldhouse for SPASH Girls Basketball against Hortonville later on tonight. This is your Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, for maintenance, and for tires. With complete auto repair services and locations on Church Street and Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Notre Dame coming in 2-2, coming off a loss to Edgewood. Their last time out, though, their other loss was to Wausau West, but they are still a very talented team, led by players like Tripp Robleski, Braden Harden, Ian Aitken, and Ty Schmitz, the 6'3 sophomore in net tonight, or this afternoon, for the Tritons. SPASH coming in 2-0, and after being upset in the playoffs last year, I think they remembered it and they're angry about it. They have started their first two games outscoring their opponents 26-0. 14-0 over Middleton, 12-0 over East Merrill earlier in this season. They have been a dominant force led by their two of their top liners in Grant Molsky and Grady Miller. Eric Krzyzewski is going to be in net for this one for the SPASH. So that being said, as they turn the spotlight, we're going to take a quick 30 seconds here from Auto Select. Come back, get all of our intros, our anthem, our starting lineups, all coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
As we get set here, they got the spotlights going. They're going to get probably the, I don't know if they'll get the smoke machine out or not, but we'll get set for this one as your Auto Select pregame show continues again. Auto Select is Stevens Point, best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services. Locations, Church Street, Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. When you look at, again, you look at these teams, SPASH, 10 points in 2 games for Grady Miller, 3 goals, 7 assists. Grant Molsky had a pair of hat tricks to start the season. Then they got a couple of Schraders. Fletcher Schrader, 7 points in 2 games. Bo Schrader, 5 points. Jay Steedy and Joe Poirier also over a point per game in the early going. For Notre Dame, Ian Aitken, 9 points in 4 games, 3 goals, 6 assists. Leading goal scorers, Owen Atkinson and Tripp Robleski, each with 4. Robleski's got 9 points. And Braden Hart, the captain, with 7 points in 4 games. Again, Ty Schmitz will be he's 1-1, a .939 save percentage through 2 games. Giving him just 4 goals on 66 shots against. As we let the clock run down, the goals are in their place. The Zamboni is off. We're waiting for our officials, and then we will get the players out. As we listen to the captain's meeting, they're putting some new points of emphasis this year. Also looks like we're going to have the SPASH Panthers skating out. And remember, last year we got a good clip of him going flying headfirst into the boards. So it's always an experience here at KB Willett. If you get the chance, whether it's for a SPASH Panther game, a pointer game for the university, even just a Pee Wee game, get out here. It's a great rink. It's a great environment. It gets electric here, and we get toward the end of the season, and also on Tuesday night with Wausau West coming to town, it's going to be a blast, and we're going to be glad to be here for those ones as well. But a big-time non-conference matchup is on the way. SPASH at 2-0. Notre Dame at 2-2. From the Fox River Classic. Because we're just waiting for our officials to lead us out. And we'll get the 2 teams out again. The goaltenders will be the 2 number 1s. Sophomore Ty Schmitz will be in net, 6'3", for Notre Dame. They're in their green uniforms as our officials take the ice. Senior Eric Krzyzewski is going to be in the pipes, moving to the pipes for the SPASH Panthers. As I get the movie intro music. As Notre Dame takes the ice in their green jerseys, led again by the sophomore Ty Schmitz. And we've seen over the years goaltenders getting bigger and bigger and taller. Back in the day, it was the rarity you'd see the Ben Bishops at 6'7". Now it's almost a requirement. As the bells from AC/DC. As the Panther leads the way. There's actually two Panthers skating around. Getting things going. So the Panthers heading out. And out comes the SPASH Panthers in their red sweaters tonight. Led by Krzyzewski in net. SPASH in their red, the word mark. I like these jerseys this year. Very spiffy. As they head out and take their laps. So that being said, once the house music stops, I will stop talking. And we'll get ready to turn things over to our public address for our opening ceremonies, which will start right now.
Attendance at these scholastic activities is a privilege, with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. With the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation to demonstrate the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Hockey fans, now let's meet the joints from Notre Dame Academy. At goal, the sophomore, number 1, Ty Schmitz. At defense, the junior, number 7, Brody Schultz. At defense, the senior, number 11, Brady Schultz. At left wing, number 12, a senior, number 13, Ian Atkin. At center, a sophomore, number 9, Tripp Woleski. And at right wing, a senior, number 22, Owen Atkinson. The judge is coached by Mike Skadinski. Coach Skadinski is assisted by Salero, Jim Wing, and Tom Woleski. Number 10, Jackson Lee. day begins as we honor our great nation and the men and women serving our country both at home and abroad, fighting for the freedoms we enjoy. We ask that you please stand if you are able and renew your hands. And now sing the national anthem, the SPASH harmonies, under the direction of Mr. Luke Hassett.
Our anthem concludes, and we're moments away from puck drop here from KB Willett Arena here in Stevens Point. An awesome non-conference matchup for you guys this afternoon as the lights turn on. And of course, as we're in December's holiday season, it's only fitting the matchup is red versus green. Notre Dame in their green uniform, SPASH in red. Again, Schmitz and Krzyzewski, your matchup in net. Again, your starters for Notre Dame on the blue line, it'll be Schleiss and the captain, Braden Hart. Robleski will be taking a face-off, flanked by Aitken and Atkinson. They'll skate left to right, looking at your screen for the Tritons. SPASH will have Poirier and Fleece on the blue line. Molsky at center, flanked by Schrader and Miller. Seven minutes past 1. Our linesman waits for the go-ahead as they looks like they're fixing something in the Notre Dame net. Maybe getting something tied, maybe a loose stitching. Again, doubleheader action for SPASH today. Hockey and girls basketball both can be found right here on Zaleski Sports. The puck is down. Notre Dame wins the face-off, and we have begun. Braden Hart will go D to D. They'll just chip it in past the red line, but Fleece intercepts it and chip back the other way. Into the corner it goes. Grady Miller. He'll take a shelf angle shot off the side of the net, but Schrader is there backhanding, and that one intercepted by Brody Schleiss. That one popped in the air, glove down by Fleece. He'll fire one off the far side boards for Schrader. That one stick checked away as Molsky will drop it off, and they'll try and get a cycle going. Back to the blue line for Jerome Poirier. He'll take a low shot, and that's paddled away up and out of play, and forcing a face-off in the offensive zone. And first shift brought to you by our friends at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday, fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily breakfast and lunch only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Face-off tied up and pinned along the boards was Benny Abbott as it goes back to the blue line and then just chipped into the netting off of a stick. And we'll get another stoppage. We'll get a new puck brought in. That one is stuck in the netting. McKenna still has a puck that we found under the bleachers. Max Middlestat will take the draw for SPASH against Jack O'Brien for Notre Dame. And O'Brien is promptly said, you're not allowed to take this face-off. Face-off this time won by Notre Dame, swung around the near side boards. However, SPASH keeps it in and then just chipped into the corner by Beckett Carroll. Trying to drop it off, low shot save made by Ty Schmitz. Looking for the outlet, and they do back to center for Carroll. He'll play it back, and we're going to get a whistle and a penalty on SPASH, as heading to the box will be Middlestat. At a minute 10. Not sure what the penalty was, if it's interference or boarding, or they're talking this. Are they looking at maybe potentially moving this one up from 2 to 5? We'll see what they put on the board. Already a huge moment early in this game as Hart and Molsky, Molsky, one of the captains for SPASH, talking. We'll see what they decide here for sophomore Max Middlestat. And I hear 5. I heard him just say 5-minute major. And they just signaled the Notre Dame bench. It is a 5-minute. Penalty on Middlestat. So an early, huge chance for Notre Dame. 5-minute major on Middlestat. Coach Polkamp gets his explanation. We'll hear what they officially announced it as, whether it's a head contact or boarding or what, but either way, a power play for the Tritons. Aitken will take the draw. Face-off won by Notre Dame, back to the blue line. And it'll get tipped out of the zone. And then pinned against the boards, and now skating in with it. So a 5 major, and he also got 10-minute misconduct. As that one chipped in, shot from the circle is set wide by the Tritons and played back behind the net into the corner. It goes for Hart, who now has it back on the blue line. He'll go D to D. That one intercepted. But then losing an edge, trying to clear it was Jace Deedy. Carroll, he loses an edge, and it's going to be then battled for in the corner with Ethan Fisher among the scrum. Played back for Hart on the blue line. He'll get and drop it to the top of the dot. Back to Hart. Shot from the point, deflected on net, and save made by Krzyzewski, and he'll hang on. That one got tipped on the way in, and Krzyzewski's able to pin it in his chest and force the face-off. This afternoon's game is brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Liège Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Face-off tied up and won by Notre Dame. Back for Chucky Bird as they'll cycle around, and then that one battled in the corner for Brew Wemley, and that one set and cleared all the way down and deflected and stopped by the goaltender Schmitz, wide on net. As Chucky Bird, the junior defenseman, will skate out with it and try and start this power play breakout. His pass is mishandled by Carson Schrader. And that one again sent back in. Two minutes gone by on the penalty into Middlestat, the 5-minute major and the 10-minute misconduct. As Bird, an aggressive forecheck on the penalty kill led by Miller, as that one is just wired in. And it's going to be an icing. So they will ice the puck and bring it back into the SPASH offensive zone. Face-off one. Again, apologies for the clock issues. I'll keep a better track for you guys as we get set for this first period. I think it should be fixed for the second period. We'll get everything situated for you guys. 13:32 on the game clock, 2:41 on the penalty clock on Middlestat. SPASH right in the shot. That's blocked out in front, point blank. Chance for Teddy Westrick on the penalty kill. As Hart will skate in with it one-on-one. Battling with Fleece, looking for the cross crease. Deflected up and over the net. Backhand, sent wide. Fleece puts a hit on. That one chipped to the side of that, and Krzyzewski's going to cover it up and stop the clock, 13:03. Face-off one again. Back to Hart. That one to be sent, chipped out of the zone. And chased down for Braden Hart. He'll continue with it, throws a shot at the end as he lost the puck for a second, gets it back. A minute 47 on the penalty. And that shift forward now, an odd man rush, shorthanded. Here comes Schrader. Schrader looking for Poirier. He gets knocked off the puck. Beautifully done from Trip Robleski, the top line center. And that'll be stopped in the corner. We're going to get another penalty. And now who's heading off? We had a hand up. A holding call on Notre Dame called on Jack O'Brien. 4:36. So it'll be 4-on-4. Face-off one by SPASH. That one was to try to go D to D. Carroll with Logan Ostricki. And Ostricki will skate out of harm's way and head up ice to Molsky. Molsky tries to dangle through the legs, and that's stopped nicely by Chucky Bird. Here's Miller. Miller, stop and start, trying to weave through three. As that one is backhanded into the corner. 11:50 on the clock. As that one chipped back towards center, and Ostricki will go and chase it down with his defense partner, Beckett Carroll. Especially looking for a counterattack as Notre Dame was on a change. Ostricki goes knee to knee, and that'll be a penalty. Yep. Ostricki, look, he's all right. It's Krzyzewski off for the extra attacker. As we're going to get either a tripping call or an interference or what, but that was knee to knee on Ostricki. And it's actually going to have a 4-on-3, then a 5-on-3. You're going to call it a trip. At 5:29. That's going to be Hart heading off. Face-off one, back to Fleece on the blue line. For Carroll, shot from the dot, sent wide. And someone lost a stick. Shot blocked. And not able to clear it as without a stick was Ian Aitken. One-timer for Carroll's, tipped wide. SPASH keeps it in for the 4-on-3. Some space to work with. A shot, save made. Rebound sent wide. That was Jace Deedy for Fleece. Fleece brings it back to Deedy at the point. As now a 5-on-3 as the Middlesex penalty has expired. And that is whistled all the way down on the fly, caught by Krzyzewski as Molsky will circle back and bring it back out. Molsky flying up the ice, trying to weave through. He can't. It goes all the way through and on net. And that'll be covered up by Schmitz with 10:28 on the clock. Five on three for the next 4 seconds. That one sent wide. Trying to clear, they can't. Miller. 5 on 4 for SPASH. Miller back to Poirier running the point. Wide shot for Molsky sent wide. Tried the one-timer from the face-off dot. Back to Poirier. Jerome Poirier skates around, leaves it for Miller. Miller goes D to D for Molsky. He'll take a shot. That one on net, through, and in! Power play goal for the SPASH Panthers as it got through Schmitz and is tipped in at 7:02 in the first. First man through is Fletcher Schrader. As that one got through and tapped in behind the net. So 9:58 on the clock. We'll see who gets the official credits for the goal. Here's O'Brien skating out with it. He'll drop it off for Ben O'Brien. His shot sent wide as Westrick will chase it down. It is Schrader who gets the goal. Schrader from Molsky at 7:02, time of the goal on the power play. And it's 1-0 Panthers. That one played back towards center. O'Brien trying to chip it in as Carroll gets there. Carroll gets free, skates out with it to center. Now he'll get in, onside. Leaves it off for Ethan Fisher on the left wing. Fisher with Westrick out there. Molsky now on the ice. I think that might have been Middlesex spot. SPASH getting a line change in, well in the zone. Molsky with it now. Wheels away from a hit. Drops it off for Schrader. This Schrader, ring number 17, this one left-handed. Of course, Jackson Schrader last year set the modern SPASH scoring record. Molsky battling in the corner, gets out to Miller. Back for Carroll on the blue line. For Ostricky from the top of the dot. Shot tipped wide. And then it'll tip back on net and covered up there by Ty Schmitz. .8:26 to go, first period. Face-off won by SPASH. Shot on net, save made, and covered up immediately by Schmitz. Deedy in on this line with Thomas Oswald and Benny Abbots. On the blue line, Zach Ostricky and Reed Molsky. Face-off taken and won by Notre Dame. Skating out with it up the right wing is Atkinson, and he's in offside. Got held up just enough, and he's just a hair offside. Right, so for our friends at Maida Custom Apparel, specializing in providing quality decorated apparel. Includes corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need. Keep you looking great. Learn more at madacustom.com. Also, that power play marker was a Serve Pro goal. Call Serve Pro the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. That goal by Fletcher Schrader. That'll be sent down. No icing. Molsky will chase it down. And Reed Molsky will slide it up the left wing boards. Back to center. And then just wired in from the red line from Jack Karitnig. As we had a delayed offside that was eventually blown dead, so it's going to essentially go down as an icing. .7:49 to go here in the first. Face off one again by Notre Dame. Triton's doing a great job in the dot. Reverse hit Hart off of Westrick, and he'll skate it out and pass it off for O'Brien. O'Brien takes a hit and then tumbling to the ground. And then just chipped in by Notre Dame as Fleece will send it to the near side. Tritons keep it in. Then ridden into the boards, Bo Schrader, number 13. Tritons keeping it in, putting some pressure on. Jack O'Brien along in the boards in the corner. And Schrader out with it. Bo Schrader skating 2-on-2 with Fleece, trying to get around the wing. He'll drop it off, and it's all green. As O'Brien out with it now, trying to get around Fletcher Schrader, and he does. But then the help comes from Ostricky. But now to the dot. Fanning on the shot, back to Hart it goes. He's got to look. He'll take a shot on net, through and covered by Krzyzewski. Looked for a split second between the pads, but he makes the save and covers up with 6:48 on the clock. Shots 9-4 to SPASH. Right, well, that Simplicity CU brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. Face off once again, won by Notre Dame. Shot sent wide, that got blocked out in front by Carroll. That one tipped back towards center for Molsky. He'll just send it in, they'll chip and chase. Schmitz will leave it behind his own net for his own defenseman. But winning the race there was Miller. Back to Carroll. Ostricky, he'll take a shot. That's on net save made off the right pad of Schmitz. Ostricky settling it down, plays it for Fletcher Schrader. He'll skate it onside. Leaves it for Miller. Miller, shot, and in! Goal for Grady Miller, and it's 2-0 SPASH. 10:50, time of the goal. For Miller. It's another Serve Pro goal, and call Serve Pro the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened, as he got one under the glove of Schmitz. Face off won by Notre Dame. Reed Molsky leaves it for Zach Ostricky. Ostricky for Molsky. Molsky's a huge hit into the corner and gets buried. That one sent just wide. Miller from Schrader at 10:50, time of the goal in the first. Abbott gets around. Benny Abbott, he'll take a shot. That's on net, save made by Schmitz. 5:26 to go here in the first. 2-0 SPASH. Schrader and Miller with the goals. Schrader's on the power play as Poirier will backhand it in. SPASH will get a abbreviated line change. That one off the skate for Oswald, as Abbott will then chip it in and go off. That one just chipped. That's gonna be an icing. to bring things back with 4:52 on the clock. Might as well to go to Shiro Tire Auto Service, gets work done. You hear from them during our intermission as well. Near side face-off dot. It'll be Bo Schrader taking the draw against O'Brien, and Notre Dame wins another face-off. Notre Dame has dominated the face-off dot. As that one gets all the way through, one-on-one battle. Ben O'Brien against Fleece. And, oh, that's a little bit of a hit in the back, but we play on. Played back out of the zone and then just sent back in. They'll chip and chase. That was Brody Schleiss on the blue line, who's got it now. He'll send it right back in again. They got to tag up. Fleece trying to get out. He cannot. And Poirier, though, will chase it down and help his defense partner. Poirier, who's maybe more than any player the last couple years, had some highlight reel goals that pucks in the skates of one of our referees. Now Poirier looking for the home run pass. It's going to go all the way down for an icing with 3:57 on the clock. Again, goals at 7:02 for Schrader on the power play and 10:50 even strength for Miller. Shots 12-5 for SPASH. Molsky will take the draw against Trevor Sajinski. Face-off won by SPASH. That one, though, is deflected behind the net. Notre Dame keeps possession. Played behind the boards. Carroll trying to throw a hit. Ostricki's going to get drawn interference penalty. And we're going to get another SPASH power play coming up. And Krzyzewski out of the net for the extra attacker. And it'll get touched down, and we'll get the interference call on Brew Wemley. Brew Wemley. $13:26, time of the penalty. 3:34 on the game clock. Face-off taken, one by Notre Dame. SPASH does have one power play goal on the day, as that one was off the boards, and bouncing in and then having to make a play was Krzyzewski. And so Poirier will lead the breakout and set things up. He'll drop it for Schrader, and he bobbles it. He'll get it back, but he'll turn it over, trying to clear as Schrader pins Carson Schrader on the boards. SPASH trying to keep it in. They do with Miller. Miller pinned by Hart, but back for Molsky. Poirier goes back to Molsky. Poirier sends one cross ice. Back shot. Molsky sends it wide. Screening in front of the net is Ethan Fisher. One-timer and a save made. Molsky playing the points on this power play. Schrader goes all the way for Miller from the dot. Miller shoots, sends it wide, trying to go top corner. Stays in Poirier. He'll bank it across for Molsky. Molsky with a couple of hat tricks in 2 games this season. Poirier, he'll send it on net, that one wide. Hart just clears it down and gives a chance for some new penalty killers to get on the ice for Notre Dame, and SPASH will get a new power play unit out there. With the exception of Poirier, he'll stay. And now he'll head off. He'll drop it off for Fleece. Chipped in. 30 seconds left on the penalty. 2 minutes in the first period. That one sent around and dropped off, and now a potential odd man rush. That one, though, just chipped in behind the net by Trip Robleski. Top scorer for the Tritons so far through 4 games. Carroll being hounded by Ian Aitken. He'll keep it on his stick, go all the way around, and the penalty is expired. Shot off the backside of a glove. The save made by Schmitz off of Benny Abbott. Flees will leave it back to center for Abbott, back for Carroll. Carroll to the red line, and he will drop it off, and that's chipped back into the defensive zone. Final 75 seconds here of the period. Abbott drops it as right off the change. It's going to be rolled in. Will it get all the way down for the icing? It will, but they won't call the icing. We hit the final minute.
1 minute left in the period.
O'Brien skating in. Potential 3-on-2, now 4-on-3 developing. O'Brien looking for the tough angle, looking for a wraparound attempt. He'll bring it back to the blue line for Schleiss. That one up the far side boards. Tipped in O'Brien and then dropped off for Miller. He'll drop it for Molsky, trying to get some speed. Molsky chips, and that's knocked down nicely by Brody Schleiss. That one bouncing in, and now Miller chasing it down. 30 seconds left. Miller, tough angle, drops it for Schrader. It goes under his stick for Reed Molsky. Molsky will drop it off for Schrader into the corner. Now Molsky with it, 20 seconds left. Graham Molsky all the way around to the dot. Drops it for Reed Molsky. He'll skate in. Tough angle, blocked. 12 seconds left. Especially for one final chance. That's popped up, glove down by Molsky. And that, with 3 seconds left, one last chance from center ice. And they will not take a shot on net. And we will go to the intermission. After one period, SPASH score leads 2-0 on goals from Fletcher Schrader and Grady Miller. And they outshot Notre Dame 13-6. Stay tuned. We'll hear from some of our great sponsors. Come back and recap what we saw in the first as you are watching high school hockey on this Saturday afternoon on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
First intermission here in Stevens Point here at KB Willard Arena. It is 2-0 SPASH after one. 13-6. The shots in favor of the Panthers, looking for 3-0 out their scoring run to start the season, 28-0. Our first goal was at 7:02 of the first period on the power play. It was sophomore Fletcher Schrader, assisted by Grant Molsky. That was a 5-minute major power play for Notre Dame that turned to a 4-on-4, then a 4-on-3, then a 5-on-3. And eventually I think the goal was scored 5-on-4. So we had about half the period was spent on special teams. SPASH would then answer, get another one at 10:50 of the period as Grady Miller would get one from just inside the faceoff dot, assisted by Fletcher Schrader. So a 2-point day for Schrader and the sophomore. Helps lead SPASH to a 2-0 first intermission lead. 11 saves on 13 shots for sophomore Ty Schmidt. 6 for 6 for senior Eric Krzyzewski in net for the Panthers. Our penalties during the first period, it was at 1:10. We got the 5-minute major and 10-minute misconduct called on Max Middlestat. Then during that 5-minute of a penalty, we got a minor for a hold called on Jack O'Brien, and then about a minute later, a tripping call on Braden Hart. That would eventually lead to the Schrader power play goal. Then at 13:26, an interference call against freshman Brew Wemley would give another power play for the Panthers. That would be killed off by Notre Dame. But SPASH does have one power play tally in this one. Again, they lead 2-0 after one period, and we'll take another quick timeout here from some more of our great sponsors here on Zaleski Sports as you are watching high school hockey, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Win for you and your school with the Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. News Channel 7 Winter Wonders Coloring Contest. Kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Get the details and submit your entry at SherrillTireColoringContest.com. The Sherrill Tire and Auto Service Winter Wonders Coloring Contest is how kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Show us your winter wonders with Sherrill Tire and Auto Service and News Channel 7.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Glad to have you guys joining us here. KB Willett and Mike Will here with McKenna Lisinski on the production side of things, doing all the hard work so I can talk about hockey. 2-0 SPASH after one. Again, shots 13-6 for the Panthers. Of course, stay tuned later on tonight, 7 o'clock approximate tip time from the SPASH Fieldhouse. It'll be SPASH girls basketball. They're taking on the Polar Bears of Hortonville. Later on tonight, that'll be a good matchup. We saw the SPASH girls last night pick up a pretty convincing win over DC Everest, as they're off to a very good start as well with Coach McCarville and company. Well, let's take a look at what's going on starting next week. Whole bunch of games on the schedule for next week, starting on Monday. 3 games, 2 girls and 1 boys basketball. We'll have Port Edwards hosting Amherst, Greenwood hosting Alma Center Lincoln, and Wyega Fremont hosting Pacelli next Monday. Tuesday nights, we'll be right back here, SPASH Wausau West Hockey. That'll be a massive conference matchup. Also, Marshfield and DC Everest Hockey will be on the air as well. Basketball action, Assumption and Tri-County boys, Everest and Medford boys, Pittsville and Iola Scandinavia boys, Wausau East and Marathon boys, Wapaka and Little Chute boys, McDonald Central and Fall Creek boys basketball. Girls basketball next Tuesday, Marshfield, Menominee, Rosholt, Pacelli over in the Hornets' Nest, and Stratford and Newman Catholic. Girls basketball next Tuesday. Of course, to find our full schedule, stay tuned for that next. Go to ZaleskiSports.com. You can find every single basketball game in the state, scores and standings statewide for that one, as well as select hockey scores and schedules as well. Again, that can all be found again at Zaleski. Also find the next week's schedule on our homepage at ZaleskiSports.com. Zamboni starting to wind things down. Nets about to go back in their place. Less than 4 minutes on the clock here in the intermission. We'll take one more quick break. As you are watching high school hockey on this December Saturday on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 28th through December 31st.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
First intermission starting to wind down as we get set to resume play. 2-0 SPASH here after one. And goals by Fletcher Schrader and by Grady Miller. Schrader's on the power play. Shots 13-6, Stevens Point. Again, don't forget as well, stay tuned. Tonight we'll have girls basketball from SPASH. They take on Hortonville. And then next week on Tuesday night, we're right back here at Willett, at KB Willett. As it's the big one in the Wisconsin Valley, SPASH Wausau West. A game that's never without any sort of controversy at all. And never filled with very heightened emotions between those two teams over the years. As both teams take the ice, SPASH will skate right to left, Notre Dame left to right, looking at your screen. Or sorry, Notre Dame right to left, SPASH left to right. This opening faceoff will be brought to you by our friends at Bruce Orthodontics, providing comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. Now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. So set up a free consultation today. Again, that is Bruce Orthodontics. Molsky's going to take the draw against Trip Robleski. And the second period has begun. Face-off won by Notre Dame. That one chipped back towards center and battle for it. And skating in, nice move by Hart. He'll get in, shot, save made. Krzyzewski cutting off the angle. and he'll cover it up. Beautiful move by the captain, Braden Hart. He gets a shot on net. As Notre Dame looking to break SPASH's shutout streak. Middlestat back out there, so his penalty officially completed, the 5-minute major and the 10-minute misconduct. As that face-off battled backhanded wide, a chance in front of the net for Notre Dame, but played back, and that one intercepted by Ostricki. Ostricki leaves it for Bo Schrader. He'll try and chip it in. Into the corner it goes. Middlestat will roll it toward the side of the net. Diving to cover it up is Ty Schmitz, and he'll do that and force a face-off. Might as well visit Marshfield, see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park. Open every night from 5 to 9 now through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. For information, go to visitmarshfield.com. Face-off won by Notre Dame, but they SPASH able to pick it off and keep it in. Bo Schrader. Now skating out with it is O'Brien. He'll be left, and that'll be offside. Jack O'Brien tried to get back onside. He had his stick back at the blue line, but the rest of him was not, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Middlestat will take the draw against Trevor Skajinski. Face-off won by SPASH. Ostricki up for Schrader. He'll backhand it in from the red line, and they'll chip and chase. Back to Carroll. He'll fire one wide and over the top of the net. Whistles all the way back for Bo Schrader. He'll keep it in. Backhand for Abbott. And they'll keep it in. And then that one chipped out off a Middlestat stick. Ostricki trying to chip it forward for Beckett Carroll. Backhanded to Bo Schrader. Schrader for Dede. That one off a skate of Abbott's. Back for Reed Molsky. Molsky D to D for Carroll. Carroll stumbles it. He'll kept a skate back with it. And turning around, save made off the left pad. Off of Abbott, and that's gloved down by Beckett Carroll back in his own zone. He'll bank it all the way down for Fisher. That's played back to center. Molsky. Played back across for Fisher. He'll send one. That's knocked down in front. On defense, Robleski has the fifth forward in. Shot blocked out in front again off of Fisher. Skating out with it now up the left wing is Ian Aitken. He'll try and send one toward the net. That's going to be bobbled out in front. Still loose. And eventually we're going to get a penalty called. A cross check is going to be called on SPASH. Teddy Westrick will head to the bin. 2:27 time of the penalty. The cross-checking call will send Notre Dame to the power play. They're 0 for 1 on the man advantage tonight. It's this afternoon. Face-off tied up and won by the Tritons. Hart back on the blue line. He'll take a long-range shot. That's deflected and save made Krzyzewski. That one cleared back to center. Miller skating hard. Oh, Miller. As Hart will skate out with it. And he'll drop it off for Robleski, who will skate up the left wing. Gets around Poirier. Into the corner. That one for O'Brien. He'll play it back for Hart. Back at the point. Hart trying to find something. Poirier goes out and contests. Right at the slot. Sent off a stick into the corner. They'll play it behind the net, trying to backhand, looking for the tight angle, and the shot is sent wide and then cleared all the way back down and stopped by Schmitz. .13.5 to go here in the second period. 55 seconds left on the penalty for Westrick. As that one sent in and knocked to the ice, and we get a whistle and another penalty on a slashing call. And we may have a 5-on-3. And we will have a 5-on-3 as looks like Benny Abbott will head off. 3:40 time of the penalty. And we get a timeout taken by Notre Dame. 13:20 to go again. So Notre Dame will take their timeout now. You get one with a 5-on-3 for 47 seconds. We'll keep things here as they will see what Coach Mike Skajinski designs for his team on this two-man advantage. You get 47 seconds of 5-on-3. Then it'll be a minute 13, 5-on-4, barring a goal. So this timeout brought to you by our friends over at Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings, two beautiful child care and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning, infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment that can help your child grow. To learn more, visit littlescholars.com today. So the timeout is done. It's going to be Ostricki, Carroll, and Dede, the three on the ice for SPASH. Notre Dame gets that top unit out there fresh. Faceoff will be taken by Jack O'Brien. 5-on-3 for 47 seconds. Notre Dame trying to get back within a goal. O'Brien is booted. Aitken will take the draw now against Dede. Faceoff won by SPASH. Carroll trying to clear it as back to the blue line for Robleski. He'll go to Hart, point to point. Hart back for Trip Robleski. To the slot, tipped wide. Off a skate. Into the corner it goes. 25 seconds left on the Westrick penalty. Robleski to the slot. One-timer. That's off the right pad. Save made by Krzyzewski. O'Brien with it now. He'll take a hit from Carroll. Aitken behind the net, trying to pivot away from Beckett Carroll. Back to the point for Robleski. He's going to try and walk into one. No, now Hart back. Hart top of the slot. He'll take a shot. That's deflected wide over the top of the net. First penalty expired, and now Molsky out of the box after the line change. Schmitz has to go and play it, and now Molsky on the penalty kill, battling with Hart. Hart skating in with it. 57 seconds left on the penalty. And Notre Dame scores on the power play. And it's Hart, the captain, who makes it a one-goal game. .447 time of the goal for Braden Hart. When a power play goal, we're back to 5-on-5. First goal SPASH has allowed this year. Poirier, that one deflected and in offside was Carson Schrader. Missoula for 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union's been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. Face off, this time won by SPASH. Bo Schrader near the blue line, and now Middlestat will skate out with it. There's no... Unassisted for Hart. He went coast to coast on the power play and solved Krzyzewski. So 2-1, SPASH now. Poirier, spinning puck, keeps it in. He'll backhand it into the corner. Middlestat for Bo Schrader. Schrader with Abbott and Middlestat. Poirier and Fleece on the blue line is now skating out with it. Carson Schrader up the left wing. He'll drop it off from the dot shot. Save made off the shoulder of Krzyzewski from Ben O'Brien. Poirier skating in with it for SPASH. He'll take a shot and scores! Jerome Poirier answers, makes it 3-1. 5:55, time of the goal. A serve pro goal for Jerome Poirier. It's 3-1. Tough angle shot for Poirier. We'll see if anyone gets an assist on that one. I don't think so. Maybe we'll get the official confirmation in just a moment. That one sent in, and that's going to be an icing. And some words being exchanged, I think, a little bit with some of our officials. Face-off won by Notre Dame once again, but SPASH tries to keep it in. Now intercepted. Unassisted for Poirier. Robleski has his stick checked and intercepted by Zach Ostricki. That one on net, save made. Krzyzewski, now Reed Molsky back to Ostricki. Young defenseman, now Westrick. This third line, here's Didi. Didi trying to backhand pass. That one on net, save made. And the rebound is blocked out in front. Now skating out with up the left wing is Ian Aitken for O'Brien. He has his pocket picked. Here's Didi back the other way. Fisher in with it with Westrick. Looking for Westrick. Westrick was not looking for the pass. That's intercepted. Westrick, a little bit of a check to knock it away and just settle things down. Let's SPASH get a change. That's over the glove of Schrader all the way down for an icing with 9:49 to go. We've had a couple close calls up here over the years with some pucks coming our way. I think last year I had a whistle over the camera. Shots now 16-14 SPASH, so Notre Dame putting some pressure on here in the second. It'll be 3-1 game. And once again, O'Brien kicked out of the face-off circle. Notre Dame, though, wins another draw. That one, though, settled down and now out with it. Schrader, and then backhanded in by Ben O'Brien. Left for Ostricki. He'll send it for Molsky. Molsky battling with Hart. Molsky trying to get it to Miller, but just in front. Good stick check there as that one is blocked out in front. That was Jack Karitnig. Ostricki tipped on net and the save made. Put right back and sent wide. Looking for a tip was Carroll. Molsky back for Ostricki. He'll walk in and then he wires that one over the net. Left side boards for Miller. He bobbles it. He's able to get it across and then put back on net. Save made. Rebound, scores! Molsky. Grant Molsky with his 7th of the season. It's 4-1 Panthers. Another serve pro goal at 8:02 here in the second. It's 4-1. Face-off won by SPASH, and we're back underway. Poirier. 8:50 to go here in the second period. Now it's shot on net save made by Schmitz from Abbott. Still loose and then cleared back out to the boards. Poirier now with it. Shot on net save made. Schrader gets his third points. It's Molsky from Carroll and Schrader at 8:02, the time of the goal, as we get an icing here. So again, it is Grant Molsky from Beckett Carroll and Fletcher Schrader. So Schrader a goal and 2 assists. Probably the early front runner now for our Highlight House player of the game. Again, after the game, we'll have our Nacerville Dairy post-game show. We'll talk to the winning coach, winning player down on the ice. Face-off won by SPASH. But Notre Dame gets it back, now up the right wing. Here's Owen Atkinson. That one tipped on net, rebound. And it's saved again. Back-to-back for Krzyzewski. Made a couple of nice saves. That one chips up off the glass and back towards center. Dede trying to chase it down. No, here comes Hart. Hart avoids the check. Dede skates behind his own net with it. Up. That's knocked down. Fisher clears it back to center. Westrick leaves it for Poirier. Poirier walking in. Shot save made. Rebound tied up nicely. And a monster hit from Fisher on Robleski. Now Fleece. Now a breakaway. Robleski. Shot. And save made and deflected out of play. Face-off won by SPASH. Reed Molsky for Schrader. Knocked out for Grant Molsky with Miller. He'll drop it up. Molsky with a breakaway. Molsky, forehand, backhand, and he just healed it wide. Had a chance, and Jess, he had the goalie down and out, but just off the edge of the stick, a shot save made. Shot again, that one blocked out in front. Schrader gets tied up, and both players head to the ice. Miller throws a reverse check. O'Brien tips it back towards center and chased down there by Ostricki. That one chipped back to center. Zach Ostricki. Miller takes a hit. Draws some cheers, and now it just bodies everywhere in front of the SPASH bench. Miller into the waiting glove of Molsky. He'll take a shot save made. Molsky another shot on net. Abbott sends it back behind the net. Molsky looking to get off the ice. He's looking for a change, I think. And now he'll head out. Middlestat will take his spot. Bo Schrader in there as well. That's that second line in. That one stays in. Ostricki blocked again. Ostricki. He'll have to send it to the right side boards. Looking for a cross. Deflected by Schrader. Still loose to the slot. Abbott turns around, shoots it. Blocked out in front. Abbott again. That one sent wide. 6 minutes to go here in the period. As that one is off of Zach Ostricki. Logan Ostricki. Schrader to Ostricki. That one chipped forward off the skates of Bo Schrader. Schrader skating in with it up the left wing boards. Goes around, drops it, shot, save made, still loose and in. Bo Schrader is going to have to go off of his leg, and it's 5-1 SPASH. And 11:19, time of the goal. We'll see who officially gets credit for that Serve Pro goal with 5:41 on the clock, but it is now 5-1 SPASH, and the shot's 27-17. Not much Schmitz could have done there. And I think I heard them say 13 gets credit for it. So the way it sounds, that's going to be Bo Schrader's goal. SPASH once again gets it back in. Westrick gets a hit from Hart. Played back to the blue line. And then Carroll fans on his attempt. And now skating out with it is Wembley. They got a tag up. Westrick throws a hit after the play as well. Bo Schrader gets the goal. So Schrader with another assist. So Schrader from Schrader and the 4th point for Fletcher Schrader. That one bouncing high and down. That should go down for an icing with 5:03 on the clock. I was trying to think because I'm not sure I saw Schrader on the ice for that goal. Might have been 7. Either way, the score sheet says 17. So a 4-point day for Fletcher Schrader. Face off won by Spash. Fleece in the corner, but he's going to lose the puck for Aitken. That one pitchforked and out. Now Schrader takes a hit, finds Miller. Grady Miller pinning along the boards. They battle. And it goes back to Fleece, and now we got whistles and anger and chaos and more hockey. And it looks like Miller's going to the box for a cross check. .12:15, time of the penalty on Grady Miller for a cross check. And another Notre Dame power play. They have scored on one in this game earlier in this period. Nice play, Robleski keeping it in. That one sent wide and back to the near corner for Aitken. Hart to the top of the slot. Aitken, a shot, save made. Trying to set up in the office, and that one's going to be knocked down. Back to center. Hart, who has the goal for the Tritons. Keeps it wide, trying to battle with Poirier. He gets around him, looking for the angle, the shot. Krzyzewski trying to find it. It's in his pads, and he makes the save. Result, just like these players are bringing their best to the ice. Rich Shop Exteriors is bringing top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Rich Shop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. To learn more, visit richshopexteriors.com. 4:05 on the clock. Face-off won by Notre Dame. Up the far side boards. Setting things up from the dot. Shot whistles wide. And back to the blue line for Chucky Bird. He'll go D to D with Koritnig. And now Bird, he'll take a shot, sent well wide. And then nice pinch to keep it in for Koritnig. He'll backhand for Bird. For Carson Schrader. He'll look for a shot. That's going to deflect on net, and the save made and held by Eric Krzyzewski. There's over our friends at Stevenson Orthopedics, proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Summer Central Wisconsin athletes. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. Again, 715-344-0701. Glad to have you joining us wherever you are. As it's played back to center for Hart. Braden Hart. And that's going to be tipped in offside. 25 seconds left on the Miller penalty. 3:11 in the period. As Dede sent out of the face-off dot. Face-off won by Notre Dame, but then chasing it down, Fisher, shorthanded. That one off the pad of Schmitz. Now skating back the other way with it is Aitken. Trying to get around Reed Molsky. 10 seconds left on the penalty. That'll kill off the extra penalty and Miller out of the box. Back to 5-on-5, 2:39 to go here in the second. Miller looking for a cross crease, and it's a bit behind his intended target. Molsky gets back. Miller trying to dangle around, shoots and scores. Forehand, backhand, in the net for Miller. His second of the night. 14:31 as Miller gets his second goal. Another serve pro goal for the SPASH Panthers. It is 6-1. Coaching staff asking for an explanation with one of the coaches down there. It looks like that might be Tom Robleski. And Notre Dame got a penalty after the play on Hart. Not sure it's an unsportsmanlike or what, but Hart is in the box and SPASH is on a power play. We'll see what the official ruling is. Eventually, Miller skating in with it. As Fisher. Miller from Molsky. Illegal equipment on Hart. Okay, that shot is through and is saved off of Poirier. Still loose, off to the side and cleared back towards center. Final 100 seconds here of the second period. As Poirier will chase it down. Minute 5 left on the Hart penalty. Molsky around, wrap around, save made, rebound sent wide, deflected. Poirier up the left wing boards. He'll take a low shot, save, rebound, goal. Molsky with his second of the night. On the power play, the second SPASH power play goal. 15:45 time of the goal. It's 7-1. A 5-goal second for SPASH. 5 consecutive after Hart had the power play goal to make it 2-1. It's been all Panthers. Shots 33-21. Face-off 1, Notre Dame. Bird. That one chipped back in. SPASH got to chase it down and get back on side. Here's Bo Schrader. It's Molsky from Poirier and Miller on the power play as Carroll loses an edge. Middlestat battling in the corner in the final minute here of the second. That one banked forward for Abbott. He'll try and send it to center. It's picked up there by Roberto Morao. Turnover, a shot, and a save made off Ben O'Brien for Krzyzewski, and the puck will skate toward him, and he'll cover it up with 23 seconds on the clock. As for two teams that don't play each other often, definitely not in conference, this game is not very friendly. Face-off won by SPASH. High off the glass and back out. And Fisher looking to get it toward the side of that, a bit too far for Dede. That one sent and cleared back out. Here comes Aitken looking for his winger Atkinson. It's a bit too strong and sent back in. And that'll end the second period. as Fisher and Hart tangle. We've played 2, and it's all SPASH. 7-1 Panthers on 5 second period goals. 2 from Molsky, Miller, and Schrader and Poirier. Hart with the 1 goal for Notre Dame. We'll step aside. You are watching non-conference high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MedaCustom.com.
Win for you and your school with the Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. News Channel 7 Winter Wonders Coloring Contest. Kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Get the details and submit your entry at SherrillTireColoringContest.com. The Sherrill Tire and Auto Service Winter Wonders Coloring Contest is how kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Show us your winter wonders with Sherrill Tire and Auto Service and News Channel 7.
It's only fitting that on the PA system on a Saturday afternoon, they're playing Saturday in the park as we're here Saturday in the ice rink. As after 2 periods, it is a 7-1 lead for SPASH. Their season total now is 33-1 in goal scoring. Just alarming, the offense that this SPASH team has. But let's take a look at the scoring. It's actually started with Notre Dame on the power play after an interference call. Actually, it's after a cross-checking call. It was coast to coast in scoring. The captain, Braden Hart, the senior defenseman, came through and took a beautiful shot, short side under the glove of Krzyzewski. It was 2-1, and we had a brand new ball game. SPASH would answer though a minute later, 5:55. Jerome Poirier would get an unassisted goal of his own from the left wing boards on the blue liner. Made it 3-1. 8:02. It was Grant Molsky getting his first of the day. Assist to Beckett Carroll and Fletcher Schrader to make it 4-1. Then at 11:19, it was Bo Schrader, assisted by Fletcher Schrader on a deflection. It went off his leg and past the he was behind the goalie, got off his leg and over the goal line to make it 5-1. At 14:31, Grady Miller got his second of the day, assisted by Molsky. It made it 6-1, and then after an equipment violation, put Hart in the box on the power play, a wide open net on the rebound from Molsky. And Grant Molsky got his second from Poirier and Miller. So a 3-point day for, or a 4-point day for Molsky, 2 goals, 2 assists. Fletcher Schrader a goal and 3 assists. Miller 2 goals and an assist. Poirier a goal and an assist as well for the SPASH team. Krzyzewski has stopped 22 of 23 that he has seen in net. 26 of 33 have been stopped by Ty Schmitz. And we'll see if they go, we'll see if there's maybe a goaltender change for Notre Dame just to settle things down in third period. They do have 2 other goals on their roster, Henry Tressler and Jack Eftanis, who are both goaltenders listed on the Notre Dame roster. Shots 33-23 for SPASH. Got a great crowd here on this December afternoon. Of course, stay tuned tonight as well. We'll have girls basketball coming your way here from Stevens Point, from the SPASH Fieldhouse. SPASH and Hortonville will go head-to-head. With that being said, as the Zamboni makes his last, we'll step aside to give a great look at some of our great sponsors. Everyone, please go and support these small businesses. We're very thankful for them to help us bring you these games, always and forever free, here on Zaleski Sports. You're watching high school hockey, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Intermission continues. After 2, it's 7-1. SPASH on top. Zamboni heading off. Nets getting put back in place. And shots 33-23 for the SPASH Panthers. Schmitz has saved 26. 22 saves for Eric Krzyzewski. Of course, you can see in our running scroll underneath, we had the scores from games last night. We had plenty of action on the basketball court. Loyal girls getting a win over Colby. Neilsville girls over Columbus. They continue their conference winning streak in the Clover Belt. SPASH girls, who we'll see tonight, they got a conference win over DC Everest. Eau Claire North boys with a win over Wausau West. And perhaps the only game that might match the physicality of this one was in the Thunderdome last night. I was in Iola, Scandinavia, in a battle with Bonduel. Bonduel ended up winning that one by 6, but that game was a physical, tight game the entire way. Appleton East girls got the win over Kaukauna. La Crosse Central with a tight win over Marshfield in boys basketball. Marshfield girls got the win over Wausau East. Neilsville boys got over Pacelli. Andrew Hazer got over 1,000 points for Neilsville in that one. The Wisconsin Rapids girls got the win over Wausau West. And Racine Case with the win over Franklin down in the Milwaukee area. Matt and Elijah on the call of that one. Again, don't forget as well, 7 o'clock tonight. Pregame a little bit before from the SPASH Fieldhouse at the high school. SPASH and Hortonville girls basketball going head to head. So as the clock winds down, the nets are in place. The Zamboni's off. The ice is clean. And we will take one more quick timeout. We'll be back with the third period of high school hockey as you are watching on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Win for you and your school with the Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. News Channel 7 Winter Wonders Coloring Contest. Kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Get the details and submit your entry at SherrillTireColoringContest.com. The Sherrill Tire and Auto Service Winter Wonders Coloring Contest is how kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Show us your winter wonders with Sherrill Tire and Auto Service and News Channel 7.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Teams take the ice, 7-1 SPASH. So we get set for the third period. For the third, and we'll see who comes out in net for Notre Dame. Krzyzewski back in for SPASH. So Notre Dame will skate left to right here in the third, looking at your screen, right to left. SPASH, and it looks like in the net will be number 35, sophomore Jack Eftanis. So a goaltender change for Notre Dame. SPASH will keep that top line out to start. Molsky will take the draw against Trip Robleski. And we're underway. Face-off won again by Notre Dame. As that's banked forward by Bird. Robleski chips it in. And Poirier will send it across for Fleece. And now for Schrader. Schrader up the left wing trying to settle it down. Good play there by Trip Robleski. That one banked in. And Poirier will chase it back down. We got an offside call? No, a tripping call. We got a penalty on Schrader. So at 23 seconds, Fletcher Schrader is going to go off for a tripping call. The referee explaining things to Molsky. So Notre Dame back on the power play. Their goal today was on the man advantage from Braden Hart. They had a highlight reel coast to coast. Face-off won by SPASH, and Ostricky has it been chipped out by Miller. As that one is going to be sent forward and then played back to center. And that's going to be an icing, so it's going to be brought into the offensive zone on the penalty kill for SPASH. 16:07 on the clock. Middlestead in to take the draw. Face-off won by Notre Dame. Hart will send it around for Atkinson. He'll bank it across for Aitken, and that's going to be knocked down. Back into the zone it goes. Aitken for Atkinson. Tough angle. He sends it wide. Trying to go short side, missed. It'll be chased down by Hart. He'll get pinned by Abbott. Hart skating out with it, being pressured by Middlestead. He'll send it forward for Aitken. Ian Aitken skates in with it on the left wing, gets by Carroll. Trying to send it across, intercepted by Benny Abbott. And it stays in. O'Brien from the faceoff dot, a shot off a stick, and then that's high and wide. Atkinson will backhand it behind the net. Nobody home, Carroll. But he can't handle it. It goes back for Ostricki, and he will bank it and back to Hart on the blue line. Hart gets around. Squares up a shot. That's deflected wide by Atkinson. And then the pass is sent back towards center. As the penalty expires, penalty killed off. Skating in, Robleski. That pass too far and kept in for Trip Robleski. Westrick up the right wing out with it. He'll send it across for Fisher, a bit too far for him. He'll send it through the crease and back for Jace Deedy. Deedy with a couple of moves, gets around, then plays it back to the blue line, kept in. Now Reed Molsky takes a shot. That's a save made by Eftanis. That one under the stick all the way down for an icing. As we are playing in a running clock. .13:35 and counting here in the third. Face-off won once again by Notre Dame. As O'Brien gets a shoulder from Miller and loses the puck. That one chipped in from the red line. Miller trying to stick handle around. Back to the blue line. Shot on net, off the glove. Save made. That was Zach Ostricki with the shot. Now one-on-one. That shot deflected wide off the stick of Molsky. It was Brew Wemley who took the shot. And we get a penalty called on SPASH. And an interference call. We'll get Notre Dame back on the man advantage as Miller will head off. .4:11 time of the penalty on Grady Miller. O'Brien will take the draw with Middlestead. Face-off won by the Tritons. Robleski leaves it to the right side. O'Brien will send it behind the nets. Looking to get the cycle going. Overloaded right now on the left side. And that pass is then, Robleski loses it, and then O'Brien gets pushed to the ground by Middlestead. It's sent behind the net. Fleece chasing after into the corner with Aitken. Backhanded back to Hart. Hart dances around the blue line. Shot. And he sends it just wide. May have gotten the outside of the post. Aitken. He'll bring it back out and then cycle it into the corner. Poirier, though, is there. Back for Robleski. But Poirier picks it off. O'Brien looking for the short side. Save made. Rebound sent back to the blue line. Hart. Hart trying to dance around. It's not there. Middlestat trying to chip it forward, looking for Schrader, but Hart there to prevent the shorthanded breakaway. Hart saucering all the way down to center ice for Aitken. He'll skate in 1-on-4. Notre Dame on a change. That one sent wide and behind the net. O'Brien back at the point. Bobbling stick. He keeps it in. Jaron Bolton now in the game. And that one chipped forward. Now a shorthanded rush for Abbott. Shot just off the glove and a save made for Jack of Tennis off of Benny Abbott. 25 seconds left on the Miller penalty. 11-12 to go in the game. Ostricki trips on his skates, and that's kept in. Schrader, that one deflected by Abbott and then just sent into the corner. Beckett Carroll gets out of some trouble. Collides with a teammate with Ostricki, and now back. Shot and not able to catch it cleanly was Ben O'Brien, and though the penalty expires, Ostricki will skate in onside. He'll take a shot and sends it high. Dede with a shot. That's off the blocker. Save made. 10:33 to go. Jace Dede still with it. Finds Carroll. Left wing for Reed Molsky, looking for the deflection, and the save is made once again. That was Westrick on the tip. Spash keeps it in. Carroll to Dede. He'll send all the way across for Molsky. Shot through an angle. And the save is made and held by Eftanis. Clock will run, 10 minutes to go. And Notre Dame will make a full change. And of course, stay tuned. We'll have your Nacerville Dairy post-game show down on the ice with Coach Matt Polkamp and a Panther skater. Trying to center one. It ends up getting all the way across for Aitken. Trying to send it through. Robleski, a tough angle, he scores! A tough angle, and Krzyzewski just never, I don't think he ever saw it. At 7:41, Trip Robleski gets on the board for Notre Dame. Their leading goal scorer. Their leading scorer makes it 7-2. We'll get the assists in just a moment, but Trip Robleski makes it a 7-2 game. Here's Fletcher Schrader. He'll drop it off for Miller on the right wing. Schrader takes a hit. Molsky being worked on. Nope. As he announced the wrong team. That's Robleski from Aitken. It was a Notre Dame goal. So Poirier can't handle it. It's over his stick and back into the defensive zone. That was Notre Dame. Here's Miller. So Robleski from Aitken, the goal. As Spash it all the way down. Here's Abbott on a breakaway. Shot, scores! So Abbott on the breakaway scores for Spash at 9:04. So as they finally started getting the goal announcing for Notre Dame, Abbott puts it through on the breakaway. Makes it 8-2. Another serve pro goal for the Spash Panthers. So Robleski and Abbott with goals here in the third period. Abbott from Fleece at 9:04. After Robleski from Aiken and Wemley. As here is Brew Wemley. Top slot, Hart with a shot, and that's just wide. Looking for the rebound. Krzyzewski's going to find it and cover it up. With 7:20 and counting in an 8-2 game. Shots 39-27 SPASH. As the clock will wind down. Again, don't forget as well, stay tuned tonight, 7 o'clock tip time. Girls basketball, SPASH and Hortonville. Our SPASH hockey again next Tuesday night as they'll take on Wausau West. Fisher trying to get out with it. Now it's turned over for O'Brien. And here is Robleski. Is trying to center. And they do Robleski. That's poked away by Krzyzewski. That one deflected wide, loose in the net mouth, and Miller just wires it out of harm's way. Sorry, that's Dede wires it out of harm's way. Westrick will just chip it in. Brody Schleiss send it around the near side boards. The Miller line back out there. Or Miller at least back out there, and he's going to call for a penalty. And I think he may have just gotten booted. He might be out of the game. A cross check on Miller. Head contact, yep. So Miller back to the box at 10:52. Another Notre Dame power play. They need a fifth skater. As they're trying to get the right five on. Hart has to stay on. He was already on the ice. Now we're good to go. Face-off tied up, won by Notre Dame. Back, now Hart, the left point. He'll take a low shot. That's going to looking for a tip. That one's wide. And back for Koritnik. That one cleared back out. No, Molsky on the run with it. Molsky into the corner. Molsky looking for another hat trick. He's got 2 already this year. So battle with Hart on the penalty kill. Dropping off and offside is Notre Dame with minute 19 on the Miller penalty. New line out, Middlestat will take the draw, and it's won by Aitken. That one just banked in to the near side. Flees will clear it back down. No, Abbott, another breakaway. Abbott shoots, scores! Back to back for Benny Abbott. Short-handed at 12:01, time of the goal. The 9th Serve Pro goal of the day for SPASH. This time short-handed, and Benny Abbott on the 40th shot of the day gets his second of the period, and he's got it again. And he's going to take a hit at the blue line from Hart. 43 seconds left on the Miller penalty, 4:49 in the game. Sliding through. Off the side of the net was Carson Schrader. That's wired all the way down. Look out below. That one may have ended up in the bleachers. It's like being at a baseball game. Always got to keep your head on a swivel. Look out for flying pucks, bats, balls, sticks, teeth. 7 seconds left on the Miller penalty, and that's kept in by Hart at the blue line. He's going to take a chance. A shot, he scores! Right as the penalty was expiring, Braden Hart with a beautiful shot. At 12:53, makes it 9-3. Don't let this score deceive you. Braden Hart, he is a really nice hockey player. Couple of beautiful goals. Face-off one by Notre Dame, and they'll try and chip it in as they will battle Johnny Weiss on the ice with Jaron Bolton and Thomas Oswald. Is that one? Oswald had a chance, couldn't quite get a stick on it. And we got a whistle. And an equipment issue. So another equipment issue by Jack Karitnik. And I heard the ref saying you guys got to figure it out. It's the second equipment violation we've had tonight. So a penalty for an illegal equipment. Bolton will take the draw. Face-off won by Spash and kept in. Weiss, Bolton, and Oswald with Reed Molsky and Zach Ostricki. So here's Reed Molsky as his pass, a bit too strong as Hart was stepping up as Ostricki sends it back, and he'll keep it on his stick, and he will carry it in. Gets it back for Oswald. His shot is blocked. Rebound is on net and saved and held. Nice job kicking right to left for Jack F. Tanis to make the save. With 3:05 to go and the clock's running. Face-off won by Spash. They'll be sent behind the net. It's Dominic Marshall in the game as well for Spash right now. Also Carter Smolarek as Atkinson will skate out with it. He'll drop it shorthanded. Shot blocked out in front for Westrick, who will take a hit. Now here's Smolarek. He'll drop it off for Marshall. No play in the corner. 2 minutes to go. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Jack Karitnik. Shot low to the net. Tipped wide. That one deflected. Shot, save made, and held. And now here we go. Atkinson getting into it. And sticks are flying. As behind the play was Fisher, who's been getting into it all day with. Whereas he took a little bit of a jab in the pads. Maybe the puck was behind, but now he got a face wash from Atkinson. And Atkinson is being sent to the locker room. And Westrick is heading to the penalty box. And I think we're going to play 5-on-5. We'll have coincidental penalties, but I think it'll be a game misconduct for Atkinson, as they're going to get these penalties figured out. So Atkinson got shown the door. And so he's going to get the warm water. As they're going to, I can hear the officials a little bit talking what the penalties are. So we're going to have, for sure, a misconduct for Atkinson. Westrick is in the box probably for roughing. So there's a game disqualification. So I just the words 4-on-3? Because there's also Robleski is going into the box for Notre Dame. As they're just doing the math here with 1:42 to go. Man, it's going to start with a 4-on-3. We got 5 minutes on the board. Robleski is one in the box, but I think the penalty was on Atkinson, is what the 5-minute call is. But it's a 4-on-3. Face-off is won by Notre Dame. We're back underway, and now we're back 4-on-4. That one played back for Ostricki. Sends one on net, diving on top to make the save. So grabbing the bubble.
SPASH, number 11. It's 2 minutes for roughing.
It is a roughing call on Westrick. Shot on net, caught and held. We're in the final minute now. Here of this one. And we'll end things on the wireless microphone, get things ready for our post-game. Again, Nasonville Dairy post-game in the next 40 or so seconds. We'll talk with Coach Polkamp and the SPASH Panthers as they'll get to 3-0. As Oswald gets knocked off the puck, but it goes back to Molsky. Shot, caught, and held with 25 seconds left. SPASH looking for that third straight game of 10 goals. They have scored 35 goals now in 3 games. As we're in the final 10 seconds. Face-off won. Bolton plays it back to the near side boards. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and it's over. Your final score here from KB Willett. It is the SPASH Panthers 9 and Notre Dame 3. Stay tuned. We'll have your Nasonville Dairy post-game show on the way. Next, we'll be down on the ice with Coach Polkamp and a SPASH player coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here with your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Get those fresh cheese curds made daily with Marshall Curtis and NasonvilleDairy.com today. We're going to get Fletcher Schrader out here in a moment as our Highlight House player of the game, a goal and 3 assists, as I'm listening to the Northern Exposure TV show theme song here from KB Willett Ice Arena, as Coach Bolkamp's going to send Fletcher out here. And he's going to be joined by a bunch of teammates here in this one, as I'll try and keep my footing. First of all, congratulations. And first, talk about getting on this top line and getting all this ice time right away, and the impact you have to be able to make with some of your veteran line mates.
Really, it's just that we got a very great team this year, and getting on that top line's where it's at, yeah.
And you get things started with that first marker, I guess. What's it like to get the first tally here in a game like this, where these are two good teams? So what was the momentum like on the bench once you guys got up 1-0 and then 2-0?
Yeah, it's just good communication and just selling hard, yeah.
And I don't know many teams who have scored 35 goals in 3 games like you guys have.
Yeah.
What's the secret to this offense making it click like it has?
Just passing the puck hard and got to bury it when you can.
And now you guys turned the corner. You got a conference game on Tuesday, a huge one with Wausau West coming to town. How are you as a player going to recover from this one, get ready, and knowing that game's going to be just as physical, if not more physical, than today was?
We just got to be hard on pucks again and communicating well.
Sounds good. So we're going to do one last thing. You see our camera up there. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to get out of the way. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm Fletcher Schrader, and I'm in the house, okay? We're going 3, 2, 1.
I'm Fletcher Schrader, and we're in the house.
Good luck. See you Tuesday. You can hear them behind him. Fletcher Schrader, our Highlight House player of the game, a goal and 3 assists in this one as SPASH 9-3 winners over Notre Dame. They have outscored opponents in their first 3 games 35-3. That's not an exaggeration. That being said, we'll wrap things up here. Stay tuned. 7 o'clock tonight, SPASH girls basketball against Hortonville from SPASH Fieldhouse. Same channel, same website. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and watch that one as well. Again, we'll talk to you then. So everyone, from McKenna Lisinski, this is Mike Wellen saying so long for now. Everyone stay warm, stay safe. We'll talk to you tonight on Zaleski Sports. Good night.